You are now tuned into the Chronicles of Guero Fantazma.
Really? Hold on. Let me grab the mic. Hello, people. We're back at it again. How's it going? How are you? This is Redefined Genetics, Guero Fantazma. Everybody's in the house today. And by that, I mean my multiple personalities. I'm basically split. A psychopath. They call me El Jefe. I'm just kidding. This is going to be backwards, but to prove it, yeah. So what does that say? El Jefe? Yes, I use the camera because I need to see myself. I'm a one-man operation here. I'm doing what I can. So I was trying to do a podcast a couple weeks ago with my good friend Lee, Big Lee, Coach Lee. You all know him. Some of you do. And it didn't work out. Why? Because my little mixer is a piece of garbage. So I'm in the market to buy a new one. The levels are getting rowdy here. Just bear with me, computer, please. So I'm in the market to buy a new mixer. This one is two channel. It just did not work. I had everything set up correctly, I believe, and it just was not working. So one worked, and I was like, maybe we'll share a mic. And then he's like, I don't know about that. And I was like, yeah, you're right. Don't force it. You can't force it. You know, podcasting is like love. You can't force it. It's got to be natural. It's got to just happen organically. So we didn't do one. We're going to do one here soon. I'm pissed because it was going to be everything. It was going to be like, we're going to talk about crypto. He's getting back into crypto. We were going to talk about lifting, drug use. By that, I mean performance enhancing, being enhanced. I went to my doctor. By that, I mean Dr. Huge. And he told me I need to get on SARMs. So we're going to see what's up. I almost purchased some. I didn't, but I almost did. I'm getting sick and tired of bragging about a natty card. What's the point of having a natty card if you're weak and you're fat? No, there's no point anymore. You know? Hanging on to it for what? My bones hurt. My joints hurt. I'm fat. I'm not strong anymore. I have real problems. You know what I mean? And I'm trying to figure them out. But here we are. You know, I've moved up to a 2X for shirts. It's a problem. But I like to, every once in a while, act like I'm proud of it. Yeah. They're 2X. And they're like, wow, you're getting big. And I'm like, did you just call me fat? It's a two-edged sword. And I'm getting cut up. I'm actually getting the opposite of cut up. I'm getting fat. I'm trying not to be fat anymore. But we're working on it. You know, cardio was in the mix for about 3 days. And then I stopped doing cardios. So cardios turns into cardi-nos. I need cardi-A's. I need cardi-B's. I need cardios. All right. What are you saying, dude? There's a lot to talk about. Crypto. Let's talk a little bit about crypto. Last night, I was doing something, and guess what? Bitcoin hit 103, I think 104,000 doll hairs per coin. Are you kidding me? I'm sorry, indigestion. That's just one of the side effects of being fat. Drink a little bit of coffee here. This is my 4th coffee. I'm geeked out because I wanted to bring the energy to the first podcast I've done in 3 months. Anyways, I was telling one of my friends over dinner, I said, yeah, dude, I have a podcast. He was like, oh, man, send it to me. Turns out he was like, whatever happened to your podcast? I was like, oh, I still have one. So I sent him an old episode. He said he liked it. I didn't see my follower count go up on YouTube. I don't think he subscribed. And it pissed me off just thinking about it. It's just getting me angry. So if you're not subscribed, please subscribe, people. It's free. I'm not out here begging for money. Not yet at all. Not yet. When the IRS comes looking for me, I might be... I might need some money. I'm kidding. Anyways, crypto. The podcast. I'm getting it going again, guys. Come on. Bear with me. I was hitting an episode every couple weeks. Then it just got dry. I had a couple guests on. And they went okay. They went well. But I don't know. The ones I never wanted to stop the ones me doing it by myself because that was a big hurdle I felt like I had to get over. And I finally did. And here we are. And I'm still comfortable with it. So I'm like, I don't want to forget how to ride this bike. You see what I'm saying? So we're going to keep them going. We've done some travels. My mind is everywhere. Okay, yesterday we hit over $104,000 per coin. Bitcoin. Crypto's going up. Okay, we'll pause on that. We'll go back. Guess what? Let's go back a little bit. I've done some travels. The travels have been nice. Your boy's been spending an ungodly amount of money on travels. But it's okay because I got a little extra these days, and it's nice. I went to Iceland. I was watching my last episode where I was talking about how I was going to talk about it when I got back, and I haven't. So here we are. Iceland was awesome. I hiked the glaciers. I didn't see a lot of Viking women. I'm still kind of pissed about it. These ladies were talking, they were speaking Icelandic, and it was, let that soak in. It was nice. There were, they didn't understand me. Now, most people spoke English, but there was a couple times when I went into some grocery stores where they did not speak English. That's kind of a cool, situation. Not when they're like threatening you and you have to understand what they're saying or you'll die. But if you're just like looking for something in a grocery store and you don't speak the language, it's kind of fun to get your phone out and be like, oh, hold on. Wait, what are you saying? It's kind of nice. It's kind of cute. If the girl's cute, you know what I mean? Because sometimes when she speaks English, she can give you a clear no, and you just got to walk away. Here, it's like you don't really know what's going on, so it's kind of nice, kind of cute to just be like, wait, I don't really know what you're saying right now, so hold on. Let me get out my phone. There wasn't any hotties. They were all old ladies. I don't even know why I said that. But even the old ladies kind of... There's not a lot of people there. Let me just start with that. So I was with all my friends and all their wives, and then it was me. Okay? And you would drive and drive and drive, and it was very scenic, very beautiful place. But sometimes I'm like, is there even civilization? And then we come across like a store, a grocery store or something. Then you'd see one old lady, and you're like, if things were... like, say we moved here and I had, I had to, like, me and this lady had to make it work, is what I'm saying. A part of me was like looking for her good characters. I was like, yeah, I can make this work. Oh, gosh. We had hot dogs out there. They were not the best. They raved up their hot dogs a lot. We went to there was like this gas station. Also, gas. Getting gas there is so confusing. It makes no sense. You have to be so careful. I don't even want to get into the details of it, but one of my buddies put diesel in his, and it was a big mess. But you can't tell what's what. You have to literally use your phone or, I don't know, do research before you go out there. I'm glad I was with people, but it's crazy. Anyways, what was I saying? Hot dogs. This guy was making the hot dogs. He was from, where was he from? What's the thing with the the thing with Russia and no, I don't know. There's so many wars. There's something. Dude wasn't Russian. He was the other thing. That this is how tuned in I am with stuff. I live in a bubble and it's small. Anyways, this guy, I don't know, what was he? He was it's kind of a detail that doesn't even matter. I think he was on drugs. That's what I think he was. But he made the hot dogs for us, and it took 15 minutes. It was crazy. And I was like, this better be the best hot dog I've ever eaten. It was basic. I still ate it. It was, I was also really hungry because you don't eat very often when you're driving around and you're checking out scenes and stuff. It was fun, but the guy was a nut. And his boss worked there. Like the guy, you could tell, like, owned the store, was like the manager of the store. He hated him. He was just... He was like, tell him to make it, but he wouldn't help him either. Like, he wasn't like, you know how someone gets frustrated and they're like, oh, let me just do it for you? Nah, dude. So this guy was just staring at him, making these hot dogs, the slowest I have ever seen a hot dog be made. I don't think I'll ever see someone make a hot dog slower. But anyways, the guy was just staring at him like, I hate this guy. And then every once in a while, he would storm off and just go to the back. And then this dude was still there, focused. Hyper-focused on making the best hot dog we've ever had. And they were okay. I didn't want to break it to him. But we told him, yeah, we're from the United States. We're from Texas. He's like, whoa. And, yeah, it was a funny exchange. But, so we had hot dogs. A lot of weird stuff, like just their basic stuff. It's just very different over there. Everything, like their drinks, their snacks, everything. Their meat is crazy though. It looks legit. Like, it looks so. And we went to a dairy farm. Had a burger at a dairy farm. It was the best burger I've ever had. And people say that. I feel like people say that for everything. I don't. Like, I'll be like, yeah, I've had a better burger, but this was the best burger I have ever had. And then I had ice cream too. And I'm not going to lie, ice cream sometimes makes me a little gassy. I don't really drink milk. So ice cream is like, yeah, you got problems. This was so good. We saw the cows. And I know they don't like mix breeds or like animals from anywhere else. They don't bring them in to Iceland. Everything... all the animals there are like native. They're like from Iceland. Horses. There's just wild roaming animals everywhere. Sheep were in our Airbnb yard. The cows were, they just, everything just looked healthy. And because it's so huge and there isn't like a ton of traffic everywhere, in town there is, but when you're driving outside, the air and everything it just seems, it's nice out there. It's very scenic. I don't know if I'd ever lived there. Like, I don't think I could. It just, I don't know. That's a little wild. There's also like not a lot of animals that can kill you, which is crazy. I was looking that up. I was like, is there a lot of like crazy animals out here? There's not. But it's nice out there. I would definitely go back. We tried to do deep sea fishing, but the waters were crazy choppy. And we drove out about 30 minutes, and I was already wanting to puke my brains out. Spilled hot coffee on myself. The waters were that choppy. And the guy was like, no, we can't. We're going to turn this thing around, and we'll refund you your money, which was cool. But my friend's wife is a G, total G. She like planned all these different things. Was like, okay, if this doesn't work, you can go do this, this, and that. This will be near you. Like, she's amazing. So it worked out. It was perfect. But we did that. The coolest thing I would say, it was just just checking out these waterfalls and then hiking the glaciers. That was like the coolest thing. I thought I was gonna die because I lost 15 pounds in 1 week out there. I wasn't eating and I was walking a lot. So you're telling me cardio works? I guess so. But hiking the glacier was definitely the coolest thing ever. We're just walking out there, and then you got to like drink from the glacier coming down. The water's coming down, so you could just like bend down, you throw your pick or whatever into the ground, and then you like do like a push-up on it, and then you drink the water as it's like coming down. I mean, can you clear your throat? Yes. The water was amazing. It's like the cleanest water straight from the volcanoes. It was amazing. Another highlight. We saw a lava show, which was crazy. It's the only one in the world. They get, I don't even know, magma. I sound like a real idiot. They heat this, whatever, the dust, right? Coal. I don't know. I should have done my research before I just jumped on here, but I'm just spitting. I'm just telling you stories. Okay, just sit down. Don't fact check me. Let's relax. But they heat it up, and then it just comes into the room, and then it cools off, and then she like breaks it. It's wild. It's crazy. So in the room, it goes in the middle of the room, and it was like over, I want to say like 1,500 degrees, which is insane. It was red hot. You got glasses on. It was like popping and stuff, and I think some landed on some lady that was in the front. At first I was like, man, I didn't get a front seat. Then some lady gets like, she didn't get burned. She didn't make a big deal, which, I mean, I maybe would have. Excuse me. Your hot lava's burning a hole through my arm, you freak. No, but it wasn't that bad. But it was amazing. It was really cool. And then it gives you like this whole history thing about, the big volcanic eruptions and the civilization and when it started and the Vikings coming there and living there throughout the time and stuff. It's pretty wild. But that was another highlight. I did find out that a lot of them use an app to figure out if they're related to each other. That's how small it is over there. So say you meet a hottie and you're like, realize later, you're like, I'm actually related to this hottie? Kind of weird. I'm thankful I've never had to deal with that. Thank goodness. We live in the United States. My family's from here in Mexico. I got some family in Mexico. Believe it or not, this Guero has some family in Mexico. So where else did we go? Iceland was a great trip. After that, I think a week later, I ended up going to Nashville with some of my homies. That was a really awesome trip too. Stayed on Broadway, got to go to a lot of bars that belong to country artists. I like country. I used to hate it, but I do like it now. Morgan Wallen's bar, Jason Aldean. There was just a lot of different cool bars and so much great live music out there. A lot of people go there. A lot of artists go there, I think, to get discovered. So there'll be a place that has like 3-4 stories, and there's a different band playing a different genre of music on every floor. It's pretty amazing. But that was a lot of fun too. 8 canes every night. Maybe that's why he's fat. No, but canes, I swear, there's something about it, and it will save your life if you maybe had just one too many drinks. You have canes, the next day you're like, what's going on here? I feel fantastic. It must be the caniac I killed last night. But it was great. Canes, yeah, I would say canes saved my life out. It saved my life out there. But I really got to lose some weight. I got blood work coming up in a month. I want to say about a month. I bought a few supplements. I am trying to, yeah, I'm not going to reschedule this again. I've done it 3 times. I said it on TikTok the other day. I was like, I had kept pushing it back because I was like, no, I want to like get the blood work when I'm at my peak of like, okay, this is me being healthy, right? And your boy wasn't being healthy for a while, so I had to keep pushing it back. It was a problem. So finally, I'm here, a month out. I'm buckled in. My trips are done. I went on a few other ones. San Diego, went to Mexico. One of my friends got married. It was a lot of fun. But here we are. We're back. We're ready to work. Crypto's pumping. I keep saying that. It's on my mind. I apologize. I got some supplements. I do want to, like I said, I want to see what my testosterone is at because I really am considering probably not testosterone straight out the gate, but I'm going to see some of my other options depending on my testosterone and everything. I know my hormones still are probably not great. I think I have some sort of insulin resistance. There's something going on because even when I am training pretty well, I'm like, dude, I should not be holding on to fat as much as it is. My body's like, it's like its life depends on it. My life. And it's not true. So I really need to figure that out. So I've been doing a lot of research as far as looking at blood work and like just certain markers that can kind of give me that insight of where I'm at and maybe some of the issues that I might have. They always talk about like getting blood work because, you can figure out what's going on with your health and stuff. But you really have to be the one to look into those things, like those certain markers that are going to give you that insight. Because when I first took my blood work to 10X Health, I went through that whole ordeal. It was just expensive. And if you don't really know kind of the levels that you should be at least it shows you like, this is in the red or this is yellow or whatever. Like it kind of shows you when you're out of range. But really looking those things up and trying to figure out, okay, what is the reason behind those and what could be the cause and what that could actually be giving you some sort of side effect, right? So I've been trying to do that recently because, when you're trying to get a handle on your health and trying to figure out how it can reach your goals, especially if you do feel like your hormones are, not really where they should be, doing the blood work, figuring it out, and then going into supplementation to try to utilize, maximize, your goals for your specific goals. So that's where I'm at. And the reason why I'm saying this is because when I took it to 10X Health, they told me the things that I should take. I took them. Most of the markers did improve, right? My testosterone went up. But some of the other, I kind of did feel still like a lot of out of whack. And it's just certain other things. And I'm like, okay, well, what's going on here? And they try to maximize whatever you say that you want to do, right? So I was like, oh, I would like to have, higher testosterone, maybe get a little leaner and stuff like that. So that's what they did. And they're like, look, this worked, right? But there was, I don't know. I just really think, knowledge is power. So really figuring it out for yourself and then taking it from there. Because also when I got this blood work, I got my, everything on the sheet, right? Different panels that I had done. I took them to my regular doctor, and really it was like I did the blood work through them. But when he looked at it, he was like, yeah. So why do you need this? Why do you need blood work? And I'm like, oh, I'm taking it to this company. I'm gonna try to figure out my testosterone, this and that. And he was like, well, you mind if I look at it? And I was like, go for it, right? He charged me for that, right? What a jerk. Like, I'm not asking you, you're asking me. So he looks at it and he's like, oh, yeah. I'm like, so what do you see? And he's like, looks good. And I'm like, what? I don't know, man. Doctors, dude. Big pharma. Hopefully things will change. Mr. Kennedy Jr., RF Ken, Mr. Ken and Barbie, he was saying about how he's going to look into unbanning peptides, which I'm excited about because to me, peptides, they really, I didn't really get to explore them as much. When I went through 10x Health, I was looking into BPC 157, TB 500, CJC 1975, I think, epimorelin, just different peptides that help with, all kinds of stuff. Growth hormone, what else? Pain, injury, testosterone, all those things. And to me, it was a great thing, like amino acids that could help your body, signal your body to start creating those things naturally, right? Naturally. But my biggest thing was like, okay, cool. If these things work, why not utilize them? And then the FDA bans everything because they don't like it. And yeah, I was really pissed about that. So now I got word that this might be, they might be looking at unbanning them, which is cool because then you can get it from a cleaner source, a source that everything is like, legitimized and just kind of you make sure you're getting it clean, 100% FDA approved. That's the best thing about the FDA. Like they can actually make sure that whoever's making it is making it correctly. You're not taking something that says clearly on the bottle not for human consumption just so they can actually sell it because the FDA's banned it. It's basically what everything is now, which sucks because it's like, okay, the parameters of making sure that everything to the people is clean and, what's the word? They just make sure that everything kind of goes through the proper channels and it's done correctly. But if you ban everything, you think that's going to stop people from doing it? No, they're just going to have to get it through shady sites, shady ways, and then, it's going to be bad. People, then it's even worse. It's crazy to me that people don't realize that. But anyways, I'll get off that rant. I think I had another podcast where I talked about that. But anyways, yeah, I'm just fed up. Taking your blood work to a doctor and then being like, yeah, it looks good. You're like, I'm actually having all these issues. And I'm like, really? That's crazy because it looks good. So I'm getting blood work again in a month. And I'm just going to get it and dip and just look at it for myself and just kind of figure it out from there. I probably will tell him, everything that I am going to be considering taking just so he knows, in case anything kind of goes wrong. But it's just, I don't know. It's good to have like a good physician and stuff that's kind of watching over you through your journey of all this. I'm not dealing with anything crazy right now. I'm just kind of doing my little supplements. I'm doing Fedoja agrestis, Tonkat Ali, a little bit of ashwagandha. I'm going to throw that back in there again because I kind of took a break from it. Vitamin D3, K2, zinc, magnesium. What else? Not calcium. B12. That's basically it. So, I mean, those are very, very basic supplementation. My D3 levels were low back in the day when I did start doing, when I first got blood work done, and I was feeling like garbage. Oh my gosh. But also, you have to make sure that you're not overtaking that, because I did watch some videos of some doctors being like, oh, D3, what if you took so many IUs? And I was like, let me take 2, see what happens. Started cramping up in 3 days. Your boy's back out. My back was just like cramping. I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, what's going on here? I'm like, oh yeah, I'm taking too much D3 to back up. The zinc and all that is very, very important. Magnesium. Also, too, I've been taking heartburn medication for quite some time. It's not like prescribed or anything, but I get bad heartburn. Your boy's overweight. I have problems. So that definitely sucks the calcium out of your bones and your joints and stuff. I don't know if you have calcium in your joints. Don't quote me on that. Please don't fact check me. But I was in a lot of pain, and I looked it up, and I was like, okay, well, magnesium, calcium, it all intertwines, right? So when you're taking certain medications for a long period of time, you really have to do the research on that as well to figure out the kind of side effects that those can cause. Now, I think that is a root of some of my issues, but I know I got plenty of problems, but that's one of them. So that's definitely something I looked into, and I did some research on, and I was like, okay, I need to make sure that I'm taking my magnesium. That too helps with stress, better sleep. Zinc, all your minerals are very, very important. It's something I did skip over for a very long time. But I just got another pre-workout as well. I was taking a lot of caffeine in before, and now, energy drinks. I was doing energy drinks, coffee, energy drinks, and then pre-workout. I was doing like all three, and it was crazy. I think I was taking in over 2,000 milligrams of caffeine a day for a while there. So eventually, I just can't handle caffeine the way I used to. But also, too, the sources of it. Right now, I just do black coffee. I just do coffee, and that's it. No cream, no sugar, no nothing. Just coffee, black coffee with a shot in it. And then I just start switching up to just regular iced coffee after that. This is my fourth one for today. Your boy's geeked out. But, so I'm like, okay, I don't want to lose out all the other not the stems, but the other supplements that were in a pre-workout. Pre-workout's great. You get a good pump, get some good focus. Maybe you got a nootropic in there. So I just bought this one. Superhuman Pump. Muscle Melon. Sounds like Muscle Mommy. Stim-free pump and performance pre-workout. Haven't tried it yet. I literally came in today, a couple hours before I'm doing this podcast. We got... I've been clearing my throat this whole time. It's got magnesium, chloride, sodium, potassium, L-citrulline, beta-alanine. Your boy's going to be skin crawling in my skin. Hydroprime. Hide your mom, hide your wife, hide your kids. Hide your prime. Hydroprime. Lion's mane. Got a little nootropic in there. Alpha size. It's like alpha GPC. S7. Estrogen. It's got all kinds of stuff. And then I can't even read that. I got glasses on. I still can't see this. Got some tiny writing. So we got enhanced pumps, performance, muscle fullness, and hydration. Got some hydration in here too. Nootropic powerhouse and stem free. So I hadn't done stem free in a while. I have another pre-workout that is stem, and I just can't handle any more caffeine. I'm at 3-4 coffees a day, so no more stems. We're good. This is going to be pretty sweet to try because too, when you want a lot of the muscle pump stuff, and then you're trying to add more, but you're kind of tapped out on caffeine. It's kind of hard because you can't really add more, So I'm going to get crazy with this. 1 scoop, what is it? 18 grams, 2 scoops. What? Serving size per container. Okay, 42 is 1 scoop, and then 21 if you do 2 scoops. But yeah, that's what I mean. You can get a little crazy with the scoopage. Get crazy with the scoopage. But yeah, I'm excited. Things are going good. Crypto's pumping. Your boy's gonna get jacked. I'll share my blood work once it comes in. It's gonna be a month from now. Probably won't do another podcast for 3 months. I'm kidding. I'm back. Your boy is back. Crypto's pumping. I bought a lot of different cryptos. I'm gonna go back to see when I didn't call it out. I watched somebody who was talking about Brett on base. That is one of my better buys, and like I said, I'm not going to say it's my call because I saw someone else talk about it, and then I mentioned it on my podcast. And I will look at what it was. I need to find that episode and see what it was, because now it is close to 20 cents. I think it hit an all-time high of like 22 cents. And I want to say when I brought it up, it was maybe like 3 or 4. I will fact check that for myself, and I'll put a little picture of it here. But man, that's pretty sweet. And it's something that I think a lot of people are kind of gaining interest in crypto again, but you should have been buying when it was cheap. And nobody believed me. Everybody was like, you're an idiot. My friend's wife was like, that's so dumb. And I'm like, whatever, I'll show you. You'll see. And here we are, and it's happening, and I'm excited about it. But that's one that I just wanted to mention it again. Brett, it is kind of high market cap now. It's about $1.9 to $2 billion market cap. And yeah, at 20 cents, around 20 cents, 22 cents was its high. So it's floating around, I think, 19 cents right now, which is like $1.9 billion market cap. People are saying it could hit 20 to 50 billion. So I don't know. That's from here, 10 to, I don't know how many, to 25x. We'll see. I'm not going to speculate anything. I'm not going to say anything. We'll see. But I was able to scoop up quite a bit of it. But that's the thing. I've been interested and excited about crypto for a long time. It's definitely had its way with me, is what I'll say. It was a bad relationship. But whatever. It's finally like turned around, and we're entering what Raoul Paul calls the banana zone, where everything shoots up. So we'll see. I'm excited about it, though. I truly believe that this is, going to be a good move for me. One of my definitely better decisions in life to be investing in crypto for a couple years now, actually 3 to 4. But I mean, I was close to the top of last bull run. So you got to understand, I rode that sucker all the way down. So I'm barely like, okay, something's happening here. We're just going to play it smart, create an exit plan, and see where it goes from here. But a lot of people have been hitting me up about it and been like, oh, what cryptos are you in? I'm finally ready to join in. And it's like, dude, so many have done a 400 to 600% move up. Like, you could have caught that if you were whatever. I did. Whatever. But I'm by no means smarter than anyone. I'm just really fortunate, I feel, and we'll see where it goes. I could lose it all tomorrow, but I don't think so. So we're in it. We're in it to win it. And we keep moving. So I'm watching a lot of videos, doing a lot of research every day, trying to make sure that I'm staying on top of it. Crypto moves so fast. I swear it is 100% degenerate, ADD-ridden children who are in this. There's so many crazy news stories that come out of good things that happen to people, and then just a lot of crazy people. Also, too, something that happened, I think, today. What's her name? Welsh. The Hawk girl launched a meme coin, and it basically just rugged everybody. Her team was pretty bad. I doubt she even knows much about crypto, but she wants to be involved. She's very new. She talked about Michael Saylor, which is the guy who he's not owns MicroStrategy, but definitely behind all the buying of Bitcoin. And she's like, oh, I have Bitcoin. And then she's like, I'm launching a meme coin, which, I mean, a lot of people do that and just rug. They call them rug pulls. And so there's a lot of people that are just going in and doing that. If you're famous for whatever and things are working out and you're trying to, decide if you're going to launch a meme coin, it's crazy because you don't know the team that you're hiring to do it. Like, what is their intentions too? There's a lot of money on the table, and when a lot of money's involved, a lot of people get crazy, get greedy. So, yeah, I didn't even get anywhere near that project. I was like, nah, dude, that looks like I don't want to be any part of it. I've been a part of rug pulls. I have bought into stuff that shot down immediately. I've been scammed. I've been, I don't know, so it's crazy. So you just have to be careful out there, people. If you are interested in crypto again, do what you can, do your research, watch people that you believe in, and do your own research. Look up the project, see if you can find out their social medias, the people who are actually running it, if they've been doxxed, if they show who they are, that's also very important. And then what the project does. If it solves some sort of issue, or it's just a project like every other, what makes it different, So different little key points that you can take away and figure out for yourself. So things got really serious right there. Whoa, this guy knows what he's talking about. I've been in it for a little bit, and I feel like I'm finally kind of grasping enough. I know that I do not know as much as the influencers that I watch, the people that I educate myself by watching. So, but I'm still here. I'm trying to figure it out. And anyways, if you do, I'm going to just do this. If you do end up wanting to download an exchange, I will give you my little link for crypto.com. It's a exchange. Do not do this if you don't feel comfortable. But if you are curious and interested, you can create an account on an exchange, and you're able to purchase these when and if you do want to. So I will throw that link in here, and I do get a little kickback, so that's cool. But you refer a friend, right? So that's basically what I'm doing, and I guess you guys are my friends. I hope so. But anyways, people, I do want to eventually bring the clothing brand back for Redefined Genetics. I've just, put a halt to that, put a stop, just to give myself a break, because I really did want to shift my focus to crypto. I've said this before in old podcasts, and I'm finally like, okay, now it's kind of coming to fruition. I'm excited about it, and I do want to explore different business ventures whenever these profits are made. So the clothing brand is just something I did have a huge passion for. I loved creating stuff. I loved making designs, and a lot of people have told me, like, you have to bring it back. You should bring it back. It was so cool, and I'm like, dude, you know what? Yeah, it is something that I'm going to do again. I have to figure out all the comptroller taxes stuff, and that's something I do want to legitimize, throughout the entire thing, because I just don't want any issues with the gangsters at the IRS. So I'm going to be fixing that up here soon before this next tax year, and hopefully everything will be squared away with, and I'll be able to launch it again coming into this new year of 2025. So anyways, people, this podcast looks like it's hitting 42 minutes. I wanted to bring you a nice long one, and here we are. I will be getting some guests if you are interested in coming on the podcast, which, might not be for everybody, but if you are, let me know. If you have something you would like to share, please like the video, share it with your friends if you do like it. There's a little educational in there, just a tad bit. Your boy likes to joke a lot, but I have, I got a little bit of brains on me. It's not all just bronze, let me tell you. So thank you for watching, people. I love all of you guys. And if there's anything, that you want to see on the next episodes, please leave a comment. Let me know. Hit me up on Instagram, _Redefined Genetics. Still keeping that sucker alive. You know what I mean? I got to do it. Look me up on TikTok, Redefined Genetics as well. The Guero Fantazma TikTok also. I'll put that here. I don't even remember anything. I haven't posted on it in a while, but I will be getting some clips and tossing it on there. So thank you guys for watching. I love you all, and I hope that we can hang out again here soon. I will be making more podcasts. But until next time, people, I love you, and goodbye.